Good evening, friends. Welcome to our Wednesday on our webinar series. Today, we are going to discuss how to crack TCS Digital Hiring. So, in this session, we are going to discuss what is TCS Digital Hiring, then who can participate in this TCS Digital Hiring, and we will be discussing some of the sample questions, and then we'll give you some tips to prepare for this TCS Digital Hiring. So, before starting this session, let me tell you something. So, if you look back before some 3 or 4 years, the recruitment pattern of the TCS was very simple. So, they have given 30 questions and one email writing. So, you have to complete the test in 90 minutes with 30 aptitude questions with and one email writing. So, this was the pattern of TCS before few years. So, after that, they have included technical MCQs and programming. So last year, that is 2018 batch, they had technical MCQ and then programming round. Programming round in the sense programming based on command line argument. So this was the pattern of TCS, and this pattern is getting changed every year. So this year, TCS for the digital hiring, they are given a new pattern, and we are going to discuss about that. Also, many bulk recruiters has changed their pattern. For example, last year, Cognizant has introduced a programming round, Wipro has introduced automata program, Capgemini has introduced technical MCQ. So the focus of bulk recruiters is moving from aptitude to the technical part. So if you want to crack and if you want to join in these type of MNC companies, you have to focus more on technical part this year. So let's start the session, and this is the plan for this session. We are going to discuss what is TCS digital hiring, what is national qualifier test, and what are the eligibility criteria. And then we will be discussing the exam pattern. That is, we are going to discuss old and new pattern. Similarly, we'll discuss some sample questions which was provided by TCS, and I will tell you how to crack those tests. And we'll give you tips at the end of the session. Okay. So, what is TCS digital hiring? So TCS is going to recruit 2019 batch from its premium college. Premium college in the sense, according to TCS, it should be premium college. TCS have a different set of criteria to evaluate the colleges. So TCS premium colleges means based on TCS eligibility criteria. So they are going to recruit 2019 graduate for TCS digital with a salary package of 7 to 7.5 lakhs per annum. So normal, it's not a normal TCS recruitment, it's TCS digital, and you are going to work in the new technologies like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, big data and analytics, IoT. So we are not going to work in the old technologies like C, C++, Java, .NET or whatever it is. So you're going to work in the new technologies like this. So say for example, what is big data and analytics? So big data in the sense the name itself, it says big data. So you will get huge amount of data and the data grows exponentially with time. So you will get a lot of data and the data rate will be very fast. You have to handle all this data, process it, store it, and project the record data, and you have to use the data for further process. So that's the concept of big data. So you are going, TCS is going to recruit for this role. So they will check you with a different criteria, not like the basic MCQ test which was used earlier. So for this purpose, they are going to conduct a national qualifier test, and this exam is going to happen on 20th July 2018. The duration, the time is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The duration of the test is 3 hours. Earlier it was 90 minutes test, and this time it is going to be a 180 minutes test. It's like a 3 hours exam which you are writing for university exam or gate exam, whatever it is. So what is the eligibility for this national qualifier test? So I think you know about the eligibility. You have visited TCS website, and it should be UG or PG, which includes 5 years integrated programs. You should have 70% and above in your degree, and you should have 60% from 10th, 12th, or diploma. And you should not have any standing arrears or backlogs. And the eligible department is computer science, information technology, information sciences, electronics and communication, electrical electronics, electronics and telecommunication. All the circuit branches are involved. Also, mechanical is also involved. So these are the eligibility criteria for TCS National Qualifier Test. and the last date for this registration is already over. So it was on July 8th, and you have registered earlier to participate in this test. So maybe you can know all this pattern in case if they conduct the national qualifier test lot 2, you can participate in. So what is the TCS old pattern? So TCS old pattern includes 90 minutes online test. It includes 40 minutes of aptitude questions. In that, you will get 20 questions, which includes a star question also. Star question means for that particular question, you will get extra mark. If you answer that particular question, you will get extra mark. In case of any tie break, they will consider the student who answered the star questions. So next section will be C and CQ. You have to predict the output or error in the given question. So if you will get 10 questions with 20 minutes time, you will be having 0.33 negative marking for these questions. And the third section will be command line argument based program. So it's not like a scanf or scanner class type program. You have to give the input in the command line itself. This was the program which was type of program which was asked in the last year pattern. Then the last section will be email writing. The total duration of the test is 90 minutes, but it is divided into these sections, email writing. So after this, we'll be having technical interview and HR interviews in the old pattern. So in the new pattern, the TCS has given the time duration is 180 minutes. So you will get questions from English proficiency, analytical and logical aptitude, programming logic, and code. So as of now, we don't have the information about how many questions you will get in English proficiency or other topics. So even the TCS website gives it, there is no information. So as of now, you will get questions from all these 4 major topics, and the duration of the test is 180 minutes. So they may have some sectional time limit, and they may have some negative marks. So as of now, we don't have that information. So the total duration of the test is 180 minutes, and you will get questions from these 4 parts. So followed by technical interviews and HR interviews. So let's discuss some of the sample questions. Few questions was given in the TCS link itself. I will explain you what is that questions. So first one is based on some text or phrase. So relate a set of words in a specific order or apart. So what is this question? So they have given an example, ocean and a cube. So means you have to relate ocean with a cube. How to relate ocean with a cube? So this is the example which is given in the TCS. So ocean can be related with the water, and water can be related with the ice. Ice with ice cubes. Ice cube. So if you are writing a word water, this water should be related with the ocean and the next word in some other, in any way. So that should, you can't write a chair here. So the word you are writing should be related with the previous word and the next word. So like this, you have to complete the given 2 words. So I have written another example here: ocean, water, fish, storage, ice cube, and cube. So let's compare these 2 words, these 2 parts. So first, in the first one, we are having only 3 words. In the second one, we are having 5 words: water, fish, storage, ice, and ice cubes. So you will get more marks for this question, and you will get less marks for this answer. So there is no fixed answer for this type of question. So you can relate in any number of ways. The score increase if you can relate them in more than one way. This is the instruction they have given. So you can relate in n number of ways. But there is also a chance for getting high score. So the shorter path gets high score. So this answer, this will give high marks than this. You can relate in many ways, but the shorter gives more marks. So try to answer in a shorter. So think in a different way to get the answer. So let's discuss one more example: the game and pen. How do you relate game with a pen? So the one way of relating game with a pen is game, winner, autograph, pen. So this is a one way of relating game with a pen. So you can use 2 words: winner, autograph, and pen. Similarly, you can link the game and the pen with game, score, pen. Score is marked with pen. So these are the some examples. You can relate and write the answer. So there is no fixed answer for these type of questions. You have to think in a different way to relate these words. So this is the thing. Uh, First type of questions you may expect in the TCS Digital. Let's move on to the second type of question. It is based on the image. So image based question in the sense they don't ask you to find what is the odd one out in the given image. So as per the TCS example, so they have given some set of pictures. You have to categorize the picture into the recurve format. For example, if they have given 16 pictures and you have to group those 16 pictures in 3 categories, and in each category you have to include 4 pictures. It means that 3 into 4, 12 pictures can be used and remaining 4 pictures is just to confuse you. So some maybe I can say, for example, if it is a 20 pictures and you need to relate in a 5 different ways and each should have some 6 pictures. So they will use different set of numbers and different set of pictures and different set of categories. So one thing can be done is, so the picture may be related based on the color. Picture may be related based on the pattern. It may be based on the image, that is man or animal or plastic, whatever it is. And it can be classified based on the personality, or it can be based on the sports, or it can be based on anything. So you have to think in a different way to get the conclusion. Again, I am saying there is no particular answer for this type of question, and it should be based on your knowledge. Okay. Then, what comes to your mind when you see the picture? So they will give some picture, and you have to write based on that. It's like a simple essay. For example, if you see a circle, you can relate the circle with a tire, or you can relate the circle with a moon. So whatever in a circle, or you can relate with a plate. So what comes to your mind when you see a picture, and you have to explain based on this. Again, in the TCS example, they have given a square followed by a triangle. So it could be a pen or it could be a rocket, whatever it is. So these questions are based on how you are thinking out of the box. So uh, out of box. Okay. So there is no fixed answer for these type of questions. So if you, so I will give a tip to handle these type of questions at the end of session. We'll move on to next sample questions which was provided in the TCS sample. Okay. So in the TCS sample paper, they have given some regular questions also. For example, you will get a question based on reading comprehension. So reading comprehension in the sense, either it could be a 5 questions or it could be 1 questions per page per paragraph. So you will get a questions definitely based on reading comprehension. So reading comprehension in the sense, it won't be like a traditional reading comprehension. So you have to get the you have to analyze the passage and you have to answer. It could be a little mixed kind of data interpretation and reading comprehension. So you have to analyze and answer based on it. Then other traditional areas like error correction, synonyms, antonyms, and quantitative aptitude part. In quantitative aptitude part, you will get the questions based on probability, permutation, combination, and other major areas. Similarly, in the reasoning, you will get a question based on arrangements. So these are the some regular areas. You have to concentrate on these areas for thesis digital also. Similarly, you will get a question based on predict the output or the error. So predicting the output or error is like they will give us some snippet and you have to predict the error. So in this case, they don't ask you to find the error by missing some semicolon or the bracket closed error. So definitely the error should be logical error. So you should understand the concept and proceed with the problem. So don't think that they will miss the semicolon and ask you to find, and they will not close the bracket and ask you to find. So definitely no. So it should be some logical error. So for this purpose, you should understand the concept of data structures clearly. Linked list, binary tree, stack, and queues. So understand the concept, go through the pseudocode which they have given, and try to find out the logical error. Don't mark if there is any semicolon or other errors. So these are some sample questions which you may get in the TCS Digital Recruitment also. And sample questions based on programming. So you should be clear in these 4 topics to crack programming questions in TCS. Array, string, pointer, and structures. For example, In the TCS sample paper, they have given a question based on the matrix, and you have to form a subsquare. So if you have not gone through the TCS sample paper, I suggest you to go through the TCS sample paper also. Okay. So they have given us a matrix, and you need to find the sum of subsquare array. So for that, you have to use the concept of arrays. You have the concept of adding the numbers using loop concepts. So you should be good in arrays, string, pointer, and structure concept to handle the programming questions in TCS Digital, or not in TCS Digital. For all the programming concept questions, you should be good in these areas. So the questions will be based on the data structure concept mostly. So linked list, by inserting a node in the linked list, inserting uh, or deleting some node. So based on this concept, so definitely they don't ask the direct question. Write a program to find the GCD. No. Write a program to add three numbers. No. So they will give a set of questions, and you have to think. Based on this, you have to decide which concept you need to use to get the output. So this is the type of questions you may expect in the TCS programming test. Programming questions in the digital recruitment. So um, many of you are good in programming, but you are used to write the program in traditional way. So you may not be aware of the programming in the online compiler. So all this evaluation happens only through the online compiler. So I forgot to tell you one more thing. So let me tell in this slide. Yeah. So here there is one more point here. So use new line between the paths. Use comma between phrases in a path. So they have given the instruction to use new line between the paths. Path means from ocean to cube. This is one path. So this is second part. So you have to follow the same pattern they have given. You should not use any semicolon. You should not use any hyphen, or you should not use any star between these words. So it is going to be evaluated online. There is no manual evaluation. So instruction should be used properly. So use new line between the path means you should give these paths in the separate line. And use comma between the phrases means you should use comma between the phrases. You should not use any other special characters. Okay. So it is going to be an online evaluation. So be careful and read the information before answering this. Okay. So similarly, in the programming also, it is going to be an online evaluation. So you should be careful with this online evaluation too. Okay. So as I said, there are some tips to prepare this. First thing, let me start with the programming. So practice programming in online compiler. So many of you are good in programming, and you can do whatever program in standalone computer. But we suggest you to practice the programming online compiler. Why? Say for example, you are writing a program to handle the stack. That is, you are going to handle push and pop operation in the stack. So your code executes good for push and pop operation, and everything is fine. So you're happy with your code and you close the computer down. But the code may not work for underflow and overflow condition. So you have missed those conditions. So if you practice the program in online compiler, it will be evaluated with all possible test cases, and it will give the correct answer. So sometimes you may think that my program is correct, but why it is not passing the test cases? So in that scenario, you have to check the space, new line, and compare with the input format and input explanation, as well as output format and output explanation. That should be exactly matched. So we suggest you to practice programming questions in online compiler. This is not only for TCS, for all the bulk recruiters. No one is going to evaluate through the paper or manually. So it is going to be an online evaluation. So be careful with the online compiler. And second thing is understand the given input and output format. So input format means, for example, in the statement they have given something like this. So enter number of elements followed by element. Okay. So if you enter 5, and you should enter definitely 5 numbers. If you enter 6, definitely you should enter 6 numbers. So understand the given input and output format before entering the input and output to the program. So input and output format should exactly match. Similarly, should pass all the test cases. So practice program in the online compiler, and it will give you the rest of them. So whether one test case passed or 10 test case passed. So try to pass all the test cases and do research if there is any two or three test cases of missing. Okay, so we suggest these types for the online compiler or programming part. So this is the tips which we can give for programming. So the next one is relate more words and phrases in a different ways. This tip is for the first sample questions like ocean with a cube, game with a pen, like this. So what I suggest is, I hope many of you are using WhatsApp in your group. So give some words to your friends. For example, train with a chair. So post a question, relate train with a chair, and send it in your WhatsApp group. So your friends will get different answer, and you will get a different answer for these questions. So post these types of don't worry about the answer. So take some questions. Glass with a rain. So they will try to relate, and you will get answer. So post it in and get answers. So this is like a brainstorming session. You can get most question, most answer from your friends group itself. So try to get some 10 to 15 link daily, and definitely you will get uh, more phrases to link. So next one is concentrate on regular topics too. So don't worry about these new test patterns. So definitely you will get the traditional question also. So since this is 180 minutes test, and definitely you will get the questions based on regular topics. So don't leave these regular topics and concentrate only on the new type of question. So concentrate on the regular topics too. So that will boost your score. Okay. So these are the some tips which you can. So what do you mean by test cases? Can you explain? Okay. Test cases in the sense, uh, for example, if you are writing a program to add three numbers, so you should give input as a three numbers, and the output should come the sum of two numbers. So if you give 5, 6, 7, and the output should be the sum of two numbers. In the test case, they don't give any, the sum of number, they don't give any text and give the answer. Sum of three number is something like 27 or 18. They don't give any text. So the output should be some numbers. So your program should work. So simple test case means your program should work for their input, and it should produce the expected output as per their setting. That's it. So don't confuse what is test case. Your program should work correct for their input, and it should give the expected output. That's it. So TCS, you can registration date, you can check in the TCS website. So as of now, we got the information that registration is closed, and it was on 8, so last date was 8th July. Maybe you can check in the TCS registration, or you can check with the your college placement officer. So definitely they would have got the information regarding the information, because they are recruiting only candidates from premium college. So your training and placement officer will give the correct answer for this question. Command line programming. So command line programming they have used in the previous pattern. So we are not sure about whether they will use a command line program, or it will be like a interactive program like you can use scanner program. We are not sure about this, but we suggest you to prepare on both ways. Command line argument is nothing. So if you see few videos about command line arguments, you can easily migrate to other programs. Just two or three statements you have to use it extra. There is nothing new in the command line argument. Instead of scanf, we are getting at the beginning itself in TRGC by using ARGB, those values. So there is nothing difficult in command line argument. You have to use some two or three extra statements. So understand that statement and prepare this. So we are not sure about whether you will get command line based program or the normal interactive program. Um, so some of the questions I can answer. What role does communication play in a TCS interview? Communication, they will check your communication. Uh, they will test your thinking capability. For example, how you are handling different types of data and how to explain it in a better way. For example, if you are working on a dashboard and you are getting a lot of information from a source, and they ask you to how you project the data, means you should be in a position to explain everything clearly. So regarding this coding platform, whether it is command line program or how many languages they will provide, whether you can use Python or not. So we are not sure about that information as of now. So since we didn't get any information from the TCS, so that needs to be verified in the upcoming days. So once we get the information, we'll post it on our website and you will get to know. So details about programming. So they concentrate more on data structures or other stuff like arrays and so on. Okay, so data structure is a concept and array is a basic thing which you need to solve all types of program. So practice data structure concept using arrays or using linked list, everything. So arrays, structures, pointers, uh, array structures, pointers. These are all some basic topics which you should be clear to use data structure concepts. The programming language, once you will get the detail about programming language, we'll definitely update you. So as of the pattern, we know that it is 180 minutes test and we are not sure about the number of questions and the timing as of now. So keep checking our websites regularly. If we get the information, we are getting information from various sources. Once we get the information, we'll update you. Important aptitude questions means it's like a TCS. You can get a lot of TCS questions, previous year questions in the website. So you can practice TCS paid TCS test in our website. So probability, permutation, combination, number system. These are all the areas you will get most aptitude questions. Will the pattern for TCS new job be similar to old or even that is updated? Uh, There is no information about that as of now. So there may be chances for changing since they are going to recruit the students for higher package. So definitely there will be some changes. How people from non-IT and CEO branch can prepare for coding test. Concentrate on the basics first. So there are a lot of free resources available in the net. Use the video tutorial, practice the program, and as I said earlier, practice it in online compiler so that you will get used to this online compiler. So there is nothing difference between non-IT and the IT branches. So the thing is, you should concentrate on the topics like array, pointers, strings, and structures. What kind of technical questions can be asked in interview for non-IT students? So interview questions may be based on this recent technologies. For example, we have discussed the technology which you are going to work, like cloud computing, IoT, data analytics, and big data. And you should have some basic idea about these technologies. At least you should be ready to speak 2 to 3 minutes about each technology. They are not going to ask you to write a program in artificial intelligence, but you should know what is artificial intelligence. What to get coding questions? Coding questions you have to. We have the coding questions in our prepare placement season package. But the thing is, whatever the question is, you have to practice through the online company. You can get the coding questions anywhere. Difficulty of yes, it could be because they are going to recruit for the highest salary package. Definitely, it will be a difficult question. It won't be like easy program. So you have to apply your logic in the code. Product developer role in TCS for the deal where okay. So as of now, we got the information and the recruitment started for TCS Digital only. So definitely TCS will recruit the student for other role also. So we have to wait for the next announcement from the TCS. So as of now, they are going to recruit only TCS Digital for the package of 7 to 7.5 lakhs per annum. Premium college business, premium college according to the TCS. The venue will be happen. You will get the notification about the venue once to your registered email ID, and it will be mostly it will be on your on campus. So that you have to check your hall ticket, check in your hall ticket with your placement officer. So non-IT peoples, the difference, the non-IT people should be concentrate on coding test. Other parties, it's common for all. So English proficiency, reading comprehension, aptitude, image-based questions is common for all. Non-IT people should concentrate on programming, and we suggest you to go through the basics of C programming and understand the given question, then try to answer this. Don't use unnecessary printf statement, unnecessary scanf statement to get the input and display the output. So this use the scanf only the required place and printf in the required place. So we suggest you to, for non-IT or IT people, we suggest you to practice the test in online compiler and try to pass the test cases. And this pattern is only for the TCS Digital as of now. There might be chances for change in the normal recruitment, but TCS has not started the normal recruitment as of now. So they have started only TCS Digital. So if there is any change in the pattern, we'll let you know. So friends, I think we have come to end of the session. So you can post the queries and we will reply to you in the comments, or if you have any other doubts, you can mail or mail at friends of placements. I will show you the email ID. You can send your uh, answers to this email ID, friends at placementseason.com, or you can WhatsApp this number 98944931119. You can send an email to friends at placement season if you have any doubts. And in the placement season, you can practice these mock tests. You can practice unlimited company specific mock tests in our page. If you are a 2019 batch and looking for placement, we suggest you to practice based on prepare with placement season package. So in this prepare with placement season package, we have given importance to coding and aptitude. So since most of the bulk recruiters are focusing more on the technical parts, so in this prepared placement season, we have the topic-wise aptitude test along with the topic-wise programming test. You can use 6 different languages in our platform to practice your programming test. So this is the prepared placement season package. And in unlimited company specific test, you will get the mock test of particular company. So we, as of now, we have 200 plus companies, and you will get the mock test for those companies. Similarly, we have a GATE 2019 mock test, and if you are preparing for the GATE examination, you can practice GATE mock test, and GATE mock test includes 30 topic-based tests for civil, mechanical, computer science, ECE, and electrical branches. So for each branch, we have 30 topic-based tests and 10 full tests. So based on the GATE pattern, you will get the questions based on GATE difficulty level. So also we have introduced SBI and IBS bank exam mock test. So if you're preparing for a SBI PO, SBI clerk, or IBS PO and clerk, you can use this bank mock exam in your portal to take the test. We are conducting free mock test on every Sunday. So if you want to take free mock test, you have to register in placementseason.com. Once you register, we will send the activation link. You have to set password and take the test on every Sunday. So the test will be available only on Sunday, and you can take those tests. So as informed earlier, so if you have any questions, you can send an email to friends@placementseason.com. We are ready to help. We are ready to assist you. So thank you, friends. Similarly, if you have any updates about TCS Digital Hiring, and if we get a detailed about complete pattern of the test, we will intimate you. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next session.